his own original composed music online, which is amazing. I think we are so lucky that Dan chose the GSO as his place to, apply his musical abilities, and we'd love to see where he applies those abilities next. So Dan, please come up, take your flower. Yeah.
If we just asked to hold all spots to the end, we have quite a few seniors graduating this year, so we want to make sure we get all through them all in a timely manner. But seniors, yeah, stay up here. We'll have to stay up here so we can give you a big round of applause at the very end. So Chris is one of our orchestra members who said that his favorite part of GSO is how welcoming and talented and unashamedly passionate everyone is. And I think these words are also true about Chris. He's a steady presence at women's sectionals and small ensemble committee meetings. He's always just as ready and enthusiastic to learn something new, and is constantly challenging himself to become an even greater guitarist. His infectious energy and can-do attitude will take him as far as he starts grad school next year at Uni Buffalo, and we wish him the best of luck as he takes on his next big adventure.
Okay, cool. Next, we're recognizing Zach Selsley from the violin section. Zach's a game design major just like me, and actually we used to eat breakfast before our 8 a.m. discrete math class in freshman year. Unfortunately, I haven't kept up with him in classes, but I've been able to see his evolution as a musician in GSO. He's gotten to the point where I will see him in rehearsal play our hardest song, and he's just laughing and smiling and having an amazing time. He's also like a great presence having the orchestra generally, right? He's like, I need to flip the page. He's diligent and he's calm, but then when you least expect him, he'll hit you with like the most hilarious clip you've ever heard. So wherever he goes next, we're really lucky to have him. Thank you, Zach.
Alan Strings has spent 5 long years in GSO. He holds the legendary title, Mother of the Strings section, a position he's held for 3.5 of those years, and as he graduates, he leaves with strings to carry on that family name. Alan has a heart of gold, much like his favorite video game franchise, Pokemon, and I have never seen him leave the house with at least 2 phones to play Pokemon. Alan is as much a dedicated fan as a dedicated friend. Despite his retirement from e-board, he continues to be an invaluable resource of knowledge for the string section and the orchestra overall. Alan has made such an impact on this orchestra, and I know we will all miss him as a rehearsal for more than just his perfect pitch.
It is always sad when we have to see a senior go, but it is especially sad when he's one of our only 3 violists. Like, you're seriously going to be violist. Emily has been dedicating herself to GSO for just as long as our oldest and longest serving e-board members, and she's providing strength and positivity to the club, even in the worst of times. She told me that she's always here to support the much maligned viola section, and that she loves GSO for all the amazing people she's met here. It's really bittersweet to know that with her leaving, we'll be losing one more of those amazing people who made the club what it is.
What is there that can't be said about David Green? Our choir lead and powerhouse of sound is well known for sharing his angelic choral talents at GSO and various acapella groups on campus. But his greatest talents lie with his unyielding love and passion for the things he does and the people he works with. David is the greatest cheerleader, whether he's leading choir through a difficult piece, supporting the e-board at a tedious 4-hour meeting, or urging on his Family Feud, the video game team, as we get mercilessly slaughtered. David is filled with boundless enthusiasm and love for those around him. David also loves to let others know how much he appreciates the time and effort they put into the orchestra, and I want to make sure that in this brief moment that we do the same. Helping balance, arrange for, and teach the choir section is no easy feat, but David masters this with ease and grace. For all of his hard work and all of his big heart, David, we love you and we'll miss you greatly.
There he got his flowers. Yeah. All right, so I don't know if you guys know, there's a stereotype about trumpet players that they're all like brash, arrogant, musically unrefined. No comment on the rest of our trumpets, but Joseph Long absolutely shatters that. Joe, I don't know if you've heard over that laughter, he smashes that stereotype Detective Smithereens. He's one of the kindest, humblest, most hardworking people you'll ever meet. I had the pleasure of working with him during one of his 4 years as GSO librarian, so I can vouch for just how valuable his musical insight has been for this club's growth. We'll miss seeing all his game theory merch around campus next semester, but his legacy will live on. The small ensemble committee he founded is become a pillar of the club and will continue into the future. So thank you for that, Joe.
Andrew, now Andrew said that he wants to be the person people call when they need a hand, and I think he's become that for many people, and not just because he's one of the few orchestra members that has a car. He is loud, loyal presence who is always looking to lend a hand and has grown to be an iconic presence in this orchestra. Whether it's starring in our Mario movie as Luigi, wrong hat today, buddy, leading the brass section, or telling you exactly what he thinks about your Fire Emblem takes, Andrew brings unmatched fiery energy to everything he does. He brings his passion for video games and music above and beyond each semester with Small Ensemble Committee, where he helps to arrange and motivate talented groups of individuals to perform many iconic pieces. He's overcome a lot of odds with these groups, and he's always happy to tell you how he saved Paul Hall's Small Ensemble from falling apart with the promise of free food. Andrew is incredibly proud of his time here at GSO, which he absolutely should be. During his time, he's contributed so much of his passion and musical skills to pushing our orchestra to new heights. I know that as he graduates, this won't be the last we see or hear of Andrew. He's promised to continue to be that person we can count on for years to come.
All right. You guys might know or not know Eli as our co-treasurer and concertmaster, the guy with perfect pitch who plays all our hardest music flawlessly. Back in 2019, when I first joined the orchestra, I used to know Eli as the guy who kept messing up the Phoenix Wright solo. You got kind of all right for the concert, don't worry. Over the past few years, though, I got to know the man behind the Chris Pratt mask. I discovered that Eli is a caring and loyal friend who'll treat you kindly in every situation, except when you're beating at Smash Bros. Then the gloves are off. I've become familiar with his infectious laugh, the way his eyes light up when we talk about music and math. When I was thinking of a one-word summary for Eli, my mind kept landing on great. Maybe it's because I know the other violins looked in for strength when their music's like an octave above the staff or more. Maybe it's because he's the only person on keyboard who actually plays hard video games like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, stuff like that. But I think what actually is the reason is Eli has amazing strength of character. Even when other people try to put him in a box, Eli refuses to be anyone but himself, and I aspire to that level of authenticity. In spite, or perhaps because of how well he's balanced the books, Eli has left us forever indebted to him. Today we're saying goodbye to not only the treasurer of the GSO, but the treasurer of the GSO, Eli Rabati.
Jess is an average Kirby fan, which you can tell by the fact that there is a Kirby on just about everything she owns. Although she may seem a little shy at first, Jess is one of the kindest and most caring people you will ever meet. Not to mention, she is insanely talented. She's a double threat. Our PR lead, she helps run the design team, creates amazing posters, videos, and thumbnails you've seen today around campus, and you'll see on YouTube in a few weeks. She is an incredible musician and plays one of the hardest instruments ever, which I know because we swapped for instrument swap day, and I literally could not figure out where any of the notes are. Seriously, flautists, you guys are insane. But somehow, Jess makes it all look easy. As the one other Canals Upon fan in the orchestra, Jess and I have gotten to know each other as friends in the orchestra and also rivals on the digital puzzle battlefield. And although she's never lost a game, Jess handles kicking ass at puzzle games with the same kindness and support she brings to everything else. Jess has worked tirelessly to make sure this club is advertised in recruiting numbers and concert attendance, and look at everyone out there today. It's all thanks to her hard work. I look up to her both as an artist, as a musician, and an aspiring puzzle champ. Jess, thank you for all you do.
All right, don't worry guys, we only have 3 more. It needs it again, but this is really important to us. So, in September 2019, I walked into Club Fair and was promptly kidnapped into GSO by this talkative flautist who has ended up changing my life forever. Summarizing her in 90 seconds is a big challenge, but I've given it my best shot. Amber Gong is a deranged individual and most likely a She also likes detective novels, and she calls kitchen knives swords. She listens in a way that a lot of people only pretend to. She's been elected to 3 different keyboard positions in 4.5 years in the club because this club would literally not run without her. She's a living contradiction, a stubborn fatalist, a person who claims she hates people, but she spends every ounce of her energy caring about them. What she's done for this club goes beyond all the parties she's planned, the videos she edited, the crises she's averted by being our one-woman HR department. Amber's understanding of people and outlook on life are genuinely transformative to those around her, and each of us on board has flourished under her influence. Amber, I can personally say, your friendship has gotten me through all the trials and tribulations of college and let me see so much more. So, on behalf of everyone's lives that you've touched, I want to acknowledge the meanest, kindest, smartest idiot in the world, my best friend, Amber Gone.
This was a speech I knew I was both dying and dreading to write, because as excited as I am to gush about Mari, I also know that this means it's almost time for her to graduate, and that hurts a lot. Mari is impossible to miss in our orchestra, and not just for her vibrant pink outfits and hair. As president and former choir lead, she leads this orchestra in a whirlwind combination of professionalism and pure unbridled joy. She's the kind of person to finish your Genshin dailies when you're too busy and to offer her apartment as a very pink safe haven when you're having a tough day. She's one to share in your joys and cheer you up when you're sad. She'll play Valorant for your entertainment while you suffer through homework and offer you copious amounts of pain. You don't want to know what's in that at GSO parties. In her 5 years with the orchestra, Mari has become like a big sister to a lot of the younger E-board members. She's been leading choir since the position was in its infancy, and now she leads this orchestra as a brilliant ray of light. It's hard to imagine orchestra without her, and it's even harder to imagine not having my best friend on my side. I hope that she has the best time as she embarks on her Super Mari Odyssey, and that she comes back to visit, at the very least, to see when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Eric Olafson has been our conductor for 1 year and an integral part of keyboard review before that. It's pretty easy to see why we kept him around so long. Eric is, to be honest, disturbingly talented. I'm not just talking about his considerable musical ability. He can beat you in literally any board game, and he can make you laugh with like the stupidest joke you've ever heard in your life. He's a natural born leader whose charisma is somehow still going strong after a decade of playing League of Legends. Not every conductor is going to walk in with those kind of skills, but I think every future leader in the orchestra is going to be taking cues from Eric in how he uses those skills. He never fails to make room for others in meetings, even when he has a better opinion. He uses his powers of persuasion to stand up for his friends. And though he's pretty used to winning, he never fails to laugh it off when things don't go his way. As you can see, he's good at conducting himself. At his core, Eric is the kind of guy who, even on the worst day of his life, would be giving his all to uplift those around him. He's done immeasurable good for this club. I couldn't ask for a better leader or a better friend. Eric, I promised you once that I would never say this, but you are poggers. Oh yeah, can we get like a last big round of applause for every senior?
Hello. Thank you, Ben, for the lovely exit speech.